Start your revolution. That's what I say. The revolution will not be televised.
When getting the story counts, Pittsburgh counts on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Award-winning reporters taking you to the news. We're the station that invented radio news. Depend on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Now is the time to go to your local Kubota dealer and get great financing on a brand new, powerful, feature-loaded Kubota Standard L-Series tractor during our Gear Up and Go sales event. If you're thinking about a rugged tractor with a cab for year-round comfort, then a new Kubota has your name on it with a smooth-running engine, choice of transmission, and spaciousness beyond it.
Off any program. 724-934-8446. Regain control of your life now with PA Hypnosis Center. Lose weight and keep it off for good. Get the stress and anxiety out of your life for good. Quit smoking and get rid of your fears and phobias. And if you call now, 724-934-8446, you can schedule your free consultation and get $100 off any program if you mention this commercial with Dan Bischoff, PA Hypnosis. He can help you. 724-934-8446.
In your business, how do you measure success? Is it money? That's a bad answer. If money is your goal, you'll eventually fail. On the other hand, if your customers are your goal, you'll eventually make money. It's funny how that works. But even law firms must live by these rules, though many lawyers don't understand that. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that. We know our client satisfaction numbers for last year because client satisfaction is important to us. This is Joe Cordell. Ask a Cordell & Cordell.
In Cranberry Township.
This message is for home intruders, the cowards who break into people's homes to steal their hard-earned property, criminals who shatter lives and rob people of their privacy and security. Listen very carefully. We're the security experts that protect your home, and we're taking you down. Because we're giving away a state-of-the-art ADT-monitored home security system, absolutely free to any listener who calls 1-800-481-6655. It's time for you to be afraid, because every person who calls will be protected against cowards like you. To the criminals listening, we're taking you down. To those who want help protecting their homes, call now to get your free ADT-monitored home security system. There's no better way to help protect your home and family. Call in the next 5 minutes, and we'll even give you 4 additional sensors absolutely free. Only if you call Protect Your Home, your ADT-authorized premier provider, at 1-800-481-6655. That's 1-800-481-6655. License numbers and terms available at protectyourhome.com. $99 installation charge, 36-month monitoring contract required.
Pittsburgh's Weekend Talker, Chris Moore. News Radio 1020 KDKA.
We're back. 1-866-391-1020 is the number. You can write me at the Dollar Bank Instant Access Center at KDKA.com. I subscribe to a lot of publications. One of them is The Progressive, and in their July-August issue that they call the Robert Barron's issue, Attack of the Plutocrats, there is a memo that they got through the Freedom of Information Act, and it's an email from Christy Herrera, who is ALEC, the American Legislative something Council. I forgot about the name. But she's their former director of the Health and Human Resources Task Force. She's now the vice president of the Foundation for Government Accountability, a right-wing advocacy group based in Florida and affiliated with the Koch brothers-funded State Policy Network. And this email reveals just how extensively scripted what the legislators would say to introduce a bill that everybody else would think were their own. So the last email that we read from the Dollar Bank Instant Access Center, this is how fruitless it is to almost call these people and suggest that they act on the will of the people and that they are the representatives of the people. Now, this woman is a lobbyist who's written information and has given this bill to these legislators. Let me just read part of the paragraph here where she's talking to these legislators. She's saying, thank you for agreeing to sponsor the resolution opposing PPACA Medicaid expansion. In other words, they oppose expanding health care coverage for working people. She writes, each of you your remarks on addressing at least one pro-expansion talking point. Once the three of you are done with your opening remarks, then you will stand for questions. After questions, the public sector will vote on the resolution. Then the private sector will vote on the resolution. The resolution will need to pass both the public and private sectors before going on to the ALEC board for final approval. So everything is scripted, and the lobbyists control it. It is simple as that. That is the state that we are in, whether you like it or not. Joanne in Point Breeze, you're on KDKA.
Both the public and private sector.
Joanne.
Oh
boy, she has been on hold for a while. All right, Joanne, I'll count to 10, and maybe you'll hear that you're on now, and you'll come back to the radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for those of you who are amazed that I can do that, I did it. Joanne, are you there? Oh boy. Okay, let's go to Anianak in Homewood. Anianak, you're on KDK.
Chris, my brother from another mother. What happened?
Everything's fine. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm going through it, man. You know, a lot of people are going through some changes right now. I don't know if it has anything to do with the recent bombardment of particles from the sun or what, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. All right, come on.
I don't know, man. I mean, really, a lot of people are going through something, man. You know, there's like something in the air, something is changing. But what I wanted to talk about, Chris, man, I saw a news report where was it Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, was standing at the podium with Hillary Clinton, and he told Hillary that they were going to start targeting schools and civilians and children.
Well, they have been accused of targeting hospitals.
Yeah, well, he said this like last week before the ground offensive, and it's kind of ridiculous to hear this, that, you know, when Hamas stops firing rockets into southern Israel, we're not, you know, when you look at the encroachment that Israel has made upon that land, when you look at the difference between the land that was held by Israel in 1948 and now, you see there's something seriously wrong there. And for Israel to claim that they're only protecting their right to exist is just ludicrous. But I just feel bad that because Ariel Sharon has said that Israel controls America and America could be in the hands of Israel, that they're complicit, or America is complicit in this slaughter of the innocents, you know, because these civilians have nothing. The Palestinians don't even have a military, man. You know, and it's just so one-sided that it's just ugly. And for Israel or any Israel supporter to you know, come on anywhere and say that Israel is only defend themselves, you know, go somewhere.
You don't believe it for a minute?
Not at all, man. I mean, you know, especially, man, when you look at the strategy called Project for the New American Century and APAC, and you see the people involved in that, you know, there's no way that you can tell me that you're looking for a peaceful, as the guy said earlier, two-state solution. There's only one state that talks about having Israel from the Mediterranean over to the Euphrates. So that's a pretty large area. And it just so happens that the areas that they're fighting in, like ISIS, and I just found out the other day that ISIS, it represents really Israel's secret intelligence service, you know, so and they're putting it on the Muslims or the Arabs or the Iraqis or, and, it's just deception all the way around. And, even if Israel were to admit wrongdoing, I still wouldn't believe them because they have lied too many times. And they have broken the record for, violations of the Union Revolution. So,
I pointed that out several times where people get very upset if for any reason you say something against Israel, you're labeled as anti-Semitic and the debate is closed off.
Well, that the last day, Chris, I just found it interesting. There were 241 Marines killed in a suicide bombing attack in Beirut.
I think it was 245, but who's counting?
Yeah, well, and those Marines were there in support of Israel, and Ronald Reagan was the president then, right? Mm-hmm. And nobody said anything. Of course, they said something about the Marines being killed, right?
Yeah.
But no one said anything about them being pulled out of there, and no one has ever said anything about the fact that President Reagan, Ronald Wilson Reagan, has never visited Israel. And it's kind of interesting because the reason why I bring that up because Cynthia McKinney is on the trail talking about the fact that all the politicians to get elected that you have to pledge allegiance to Israel or you don't get elected.
Wonder where she got that information from. All right,
appreciate the time, brother.
All right, take care. Bye. All right, we've got one more hour of our program left, and you can venture another opinion if you disagree with what Anyanak said. We'd be glad to entertain you. 1-866-391-1020 is the number.
Every morning, learn the issues with the KDKA Morning News. Weekdays 5 to 9.
Another big weekend in Pittsburgh, so how did it all go? We'll have the aftermath first thing. What happens to your social media pages if you die? Who has access to them and what rights do you have? We'll find out how to protect yourself.
Larry Richard and John Shumway and the KDKA Morning News, weekdays 5 to 9. News Radio 1020 KDKA.
Are you looking for a job? The Urban League of Pittsburgh's Mature Workers Program provides intensive job readiness training, including counseling, computer literacy, and vocational skills. And they're devoting the necessary time to ensure each participant is a viable job candidate. If you are 55 or older and an Allegheny County resident, enroll today. Call Rodney D. Brown Sr. at 412-325.